Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 6, Book 60, number 404. Narrated by Said bin Jubair. I asked Ibn Abbas about Surat al-Tawbah, and he said, Surat al-Tawbah. It is exposure of all the evils of the infidels and the hypocrites. And it continued revealing that the oft-repeated expression, and of them, till they started thinking that none would be left unmentioned therein. I said, what about Surat al-Anfal? He replied, Surat al-Anfal was revealed in connection with the Badr battle. I said, what about Surat al-Hash? He replied, it was revealed in connection with Bani and Nadir. Volume 6, Book 60, number 405. Narrated by Said. I asked Ibn Abbas about Surat al-Hash. He replied, say Surat an-Nadir. Volume 6, Book 60, number 406. Narrated by Ibn Umar. Allah's apostle burnt and cut down the palm trees of Bani and Nadir which were at Al-Buwair, a place near Medina. Thereupon Allah revealed, what you, O Muslims, cut down of the palm trees of the enemy, or you left them standing on their stems, it was by the leave of Allah, so that he might cover with shame the rebellious. 59.5. Volume 6, Book 60, number 407. Narrated by Umar. The properties of Bam and Nadir were among the booty that Allah gave to his apostles. Such booty were not obtained by any expedition on the part of Muslims, neither with cavalry, nor with camelry. So those properties were for Allah's apostle only. And he used to provide thereof the yearly expenditure for his wives, and dedicate the rest of its revenues for purchasing arms and horses as war material to be used in Allah's cause. Volume 6, Book 60, number 408. Narrated by Alqama. Abdullah bin Masud said, Allah curses those ladies who practice tattooing and those who get themselves tattooed, and those ladies who remove the hair from their faces and those who make artificial spaces between their teeth in order to look more beautiful, whereby they change Allah's creation. His saying reached a lady from Bani Asd called Yaqub who came to Abdullah and said, I have come to know that you have cursed such and such ladies. He replied, why should I not curse these whom Allah's apostle has cursed and who are cursed in Allah's book? Yaqub said, I have read the whole Quran, but I did not find in it what you say. He said, verily, if you have read it, i.e. the Quran, you have found it. Didn't you read, and whatsoever the apostle gives you take it, and whatsoever he forbids you, you abstain from it. 59.7, she replied, yes, I did. He said, verily, Allah's apostle forbade such things. She said, but I see your wife doing these things. He said, go and watch her. She went and watched her but could not see anything in support of her statement. On that he said, if my wife was as you thought, I would not keep her in my company. Volume 6, Book 60, number 409. Narrated by Abdullah bin Muzid. Allah's apostle has cursed the lady who uses false hair. Volume 6, Book 60, number 410. Narrated by Umar. I recommend that my successor should take care of and secure the rights of the early emigrants, and I also advise my successor to be kind to the Ansar who had homes in Medina and had adopted the faith before the Prophet migrated to them, and to accept the good from the good ones and excuse their wrongdoers. Volume 6, Book 60, number 411. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. A man came to Allah's apostle and said, O Allah's apostle, I am suffering from fatigue and hunger. The Prophet sent somebody to his wives to get something, but the messenger found nothing with them. Then Allah's apostle said, to his companions, "Isn't there anybody who can entertain this man tonight so that Allah may be merciful to him?" An Ansari man got up and said, "I will entertain him, O Allah's apostle." So he went to his wife and said to her, "This is the guest of Allah's apostle, so do not keep anything away from him." She said, "By Allah, I have nothing but the children's food." He said, "When the children ask for their dinner, put him to bed and put out the light. We shall not take our meals tonight." She did so. In the morning the Ansari man went to Allah's apostle, who said, "Allah was pleased with, or he bestowed his mercy on so and so and his wife, because of their good deed." Then Allah revealed, "But give them preference over themselves even though they were in need of that." 59.9. Volume 6, Book 60, number 412. Narrated by Ali. Allah's apostle sent me along with Az Zubair and Al-Miqdad and said, "Proceed till you reach a place called Raudat Kak, where there is a lady traveling in a howdah on a camel. She has a letter. Take the letter from her." So we set out, and our horses ran at full pace till we reached Raudat Kak, and behold, we saw the lady and said to her, "Take out the letter." She said, "I have no letter with me." We said, "Either you take out the letter or we will strip you of your clothes." So she took the letter out of her hair braid. We brought the letter to the Prophet, and behold, it was addressed by Hatib bin Abi Balta to some pagans at Mecca, informing them of some of the affairs of the Prophet. The Prophet said, "What is this, O Hatib?" Hatib replied, "Do not be hasty with me, O Allah's apostle. I am an Ansari man and do not belong to them, Quraysh infidels. While the emigrants who were with you had their relatives who used to protect their families and properties at Mecca. So, to compensate for not having blood relation with them, I intended to do them some favor so that they might protect my relatives at Mecca, and I did not do this out of disbelief or an inclination to desert my religion." The Prophet then said to his companions, "He, Hatib, has told you the truth." Umar said, "O Allah's apostle, allow me to chop his head off." The apostle said, "He is one of those who fought in the battle of Badr. And what do you know, perhaps Allah looked upon the people of Badr warriors, and said, 'Do what you want as I have forgiven you.'" Amra, a sub-narrator, said, "This verse was revealed about him, Hatib. O you who believe, take not my enemies and your enemies as friends or protectors." 60.1. Volume 6, Book 60, number 413. Narrated by Ali. Sufyan was asked whether the verse, "Take not my enemies and your enemies," was revealed in connection with Hatib. Sufyan replied, "This occurs only in the narration of the people. I memorized the Hadith from Amra, not overlooking even a single letter thereof, and I do not know of anybody who remembered it by heart other than myself."